Hey there, Christy Walker here with Remax Signature, once again bringing you this week's video, business building tips. This one is going to be about resting and recharging. How many of you have been through the middle of your day and all of a sudden you realize your cell phone battery is starting to get low? It's horrible, that sinking feeling of will it make it through the day? And what do you start to do? You close down the apps, or if you're like me, you start scrambling to put it in low battery mode, or maybe even find a charger. We all know our technology has to be charged in order to continue to deliver results. That is just a given. And yet for some reason we often think of ourselves as this machine that can just go 24/7 without needing the same kind of recharge. And so I want to challenge you to think about, how do you recharge and when should you recharge? And this first step is really going to be key for you, is recognizing the need to recharge. I read this fantastic book about full engagement, and it really was a study of athletes, and the most amazing research came out of that book, and it talked to the fact that those who actually take time to recharge themselves, whether it's in between a set or a match, and how they recharge themselves in that downtime is what led to greater results and wins. For you, that's just as important. In the real estate industry, we can be inundated with all sorts of demands on our time and our energy. And so we need to be able to recharge ourselves. As we go into this season too, where it can be even more busy, overcrowded, overwhelming to handle all the demands, I really want you to think about when you should recharge and why. And we're going to talk about how next, but for right now, I want you to think about the when. Sometimes when you're feeling the most anxious or overwhelmed, that is the time that you need to listen to your mind, your emotions, your body, and take time to recharge. And I know that's challenging because when you're in the midst of all the demands, it's really hard to take a pause. But I want you to know that if you don't take a pause, you're going to end up further burned out, and it is much harder to recover from that than it is to just take a small time out and allow yourself an opportunity to reset. So think about taking time for yourself, whether it's at the end of the day, maybe you set an alarm during the middle of the day, maybe it's after you complete a couple of really great vital activities, maybe after your third appointment of the morning, you set a time to just recharge and have 10 or 15 minutes where you can take a break and rethink about what the rest of your day gets to look like. I also want you to consider recognizing rhythms of life and when you should recharge. You cannot go 24/7, and so if you think about your weekly schedule, your monthly schedule, your quarterly schedule, how can you plug in times on your calendar where you can take a moment out and just have a you day, whether that's on a weekly basis, maybe you take a half day for yourself, or a full day off. On a monthly basis, maybe you go and do something that really refreshes you. On a quarterly basis, do you take a retreat to think and plan and have a fresh perspective and a new excitement for your business, or do you just keep pushing through even when you're feeling tired and worn out? So with that in mind, I just want you to challenge yourself to put something on your calendar right now that says recharge, and think about giving yourself the next boost of energy you need so that you can bring your best to this world. With that, I will sign off, and I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care.